You just put a little, isotope vinyl warp sound on it. It makes it sound like Travis Scott. What's good, you guys? It's Lifestyle from LifestyleDidIt.com. We are back with mixing tips, episode 4. You know what I'm saying? Today, I'm going to be showing you guys 2 more tricks that you could do with your mix to get certain things to sound a certain way. I got a little trick to make things, that Travis Scott feel for you guys, because I know a lot of people ask me about the detune stuff. So let's get straight into it. All right, so I have a little chord progression going on right here that I just made real fast. And I'm just going to route it right here and to this track. Make sure this is selected right here, and then I'm just gonna name this piano, and I'm gonna give it a color real quick, just random, I don't know why. And then for the first trick, how we're gonna set it up is we're gonna go over here to any of these open mixers. We'll go with 20 just in case we had a full beat laid out, and then we're gonna hold shift and click, and we're gonna call this reverb send. And we're going to color this as well. We'll just color it like red so we know which ones are our sends. And then I'm going to just play this progression for you guys real quick. So obviously you see it's coming out of here, right? And we could go in here and add our effects. Let me take this off real fast. We could go in here, add our reverb, add our EQ, all that stuff. But what this trick is going to be is sending it to a reverb and affecting that reverb. So what we're doing with this is we're going to add some tape saturation to the reverb and blend it back in. So to do that, you literally just go right here, make sure it's clicked what you want to send, go over to this send track and this little up arrow, just right click it, boom, now it's going to be sent. You're going to hear double the volume. Right? If we turn it off, it's just playing that one. But if we go to this reverb send, every effect we add now, we could take this knob and blend it back in with the dry signal. So that's what's cool. We can affect this, make it sound nasty, but still have the original to blend it back in. So the first thing we're going to do is get a reverb, and we're going to adjust these settings, and we're going to open this decay up to about 4 or maybe 5 seconds. Turn the size all the way up, get rid of some of the high end, a little bit of the lows, dampen it a tiny bit, and then stereo widening it out. So if I hit play and we have it normal, you hear that big long reverb tail. Right? If we turn this off and then turn it on, now we can blend this. So what we're going to do next on here is we're going to add some type of tape saturation or distortion. I'm going to use, where is it at? Supercharger. This is a tape saturation I have, kind of compressor distortion type of plugin. You can use the FL distortion. It might be a little bit too much. You can download some free ones. I would use Waves plugins, but I know a lot of people don't have those, so I'm going to just stick to something that some people might have. So I'm going to just go ahead and I'm going to turn this up, and you'll start to hear it give it a little bit of saturation, especially if I put dirt. Right? Alright, I'm going to turn the wet knob a little down. And we can start to turn this down now because it's being affected. Now another thing we could do is go over here and we could get delay. So let's get delay 2. And let's put the time to 4 steps. And let's offset it a tiny bit. Use a cut, hit ping pong, and then turn feedback down a little bit and input down a little bit so we don't have too much delay. And you always want to pause it on your reverb and your delay so you can hear it. So just hit play real quick and then pause it and listen to the after, because that's what reverb and delay are doing. It's after. Alright, so we want a little bit more delay. There we go, that sounds good. Alright, and now we could go over here, down here, and just cut out a little bit of the low end, and then we can blend this back in. So here's normal. Start blending it back in. You hear that small amount of reverb, right? And that little delay. Without, dry, with. Sounds crazy. So let's go ahead and mute that. We're going to go to the second tip, which is going to be that Travis Scott type of warping sound. It's really easy to do, especially with this plugin. It's a free plugin. If you don't have it, go over to iZotope, get vinyl, iZotope vinyl. This is literally a free plugin. And if you look right here, you have warp depth. Boom. Literally, it does it for you. And they have spin down. If you click this, it'll fade out your track and detune it out. I love audio. Alright, so with this, we literally can go over here and we could just add warp depth, and you'll see what it does. It's going to start to warp the sound and give it that Travis Scott feel. So normal. And then let's go over here and get one of these. Change the time. See, they got different years. Back in the day would be a little bit more of a passing filter, cutting out all the low end. So we'll probably go with like the 80. You have different spin rates. So let's turn this up a little more, put some dust. Electrical. And we could wear it a little bit. Now we could go over here and make sure our reverb send is on, and we can blend this back in again. So this is normal, right? And then blend this in. And let's turn up the warp a little bit more. And then we could go in here with an EQ, kind of cut out some of the low end, and then we will add a chorus, and that'll be the final touch. Kind of like that one. So let me just remember, I'm gonna click once, twice, 3 times. 4. That one's kind of cool. Let me go back. 1, 2, 3, 4. I like this one the best. This one's nice. So that's a few ways you can add iZotope vinyl, which is free, to get that warp sound. So if we go back and take all this off, we just have a normal piano. Turn everything back on. Whole different ballpark, whole different thing. It gives it that Travis Scott warped feel. That's just a quick way you could do it, you know what I'm saying? And all these plugins I used are free, so you could literally get iZotope vinyl, throw it on there, throw the warp up, add a chorus, add an EQ, and boom, you got that sound that everyone wants to kind of know how to get, and it's free. It's nothing crazy you got to do. So if you did like this video, thumbs it up, you know what I'm saying? You can follow me on all social medias at LifestyleDidIt. Hit my website, lifestyledidit.com, for everything else. Other than that, subscribe to your boy. Thanks.